Hello and welcome to today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. I am Susan Bulemi and our sign language interpreter is Eric Maluki. Grade 9 learners in Musanda Ward, Mumias West constituency have received a welcome boost following the donation of learning materials and food supplies aimed at strengthening school feeding programs and improving classroom performance. Let's get that report from Tracy Chebet.
The initiative was led by Boniface Ngashira and Joseph Rapando, who noted that many pupils in the area often attend lessons on empty stomachs, a situation they say has negatively affected concentration levels and academic performance.
Pia siku ya leo, all students wa grade 9 mutapata geometrical set. Alafu pia vile kuongezea, vile nimesikia wazazi wengine wakipiga simu wakitaka mambo ya vitabu, pia nitakisha siku ya leo watoto wote wa grade 9 mnapata vitabu za A4. Zinaitwanga A4. Kila mtoto atapata vitabu 3. Yes. So tutahakikisha kwamba hii program yani ni mradi ambao mimi nimeanzisha na nitahakikisha kwamba imecover all schools za public primary schools in Musanda Ward. Na nimeona shule zote za Musanda primary ni shule 17. So vile nimesema tumeanza na hapa Bumala. Tumesupport mambo ya feeding program. Alafu pia students wa grade 9 wote nitahakikisha kwamba mpata geometrical set. Kwa sababu najua imekuwa changamoto sana kwa wazazi wengi. Si ndio? Mnaonanga sometimes mtoto amefukuzwa Joana geometrical set. Lakini sasa ukifikiria vile unamtafutia inakuwa changamoto.
The donors have called on the government through the Ministry of Education to increase capitation funds to schools, saying current allocation are not sufficient to fully support learning programs and ongoing development projects.
Mingi mimi nimetembea mashinani nikisupport 100% transition. Watu wetu wanaumia. Alafu government yetu pia pesa ambayo wanatuma hapa shuleni si ya kuridhisha. Ukiuliza mwalimu mkuu unapata kwamba primary walipata 95 bob na kitu hapo. JSS na around 400 bob. Hiyo pesa haiwezi saidia. Na CBE ama CBC iko very expensive. Inahitaji lazima uingie kwa mfuko. Kila saa mnaitishwa Manila, mnaelewa? Ile pesa ambayo wanatuma haiwezi nunulia mtoto vitabu hata kama ni 2 ama 3. Unaona? Kwa hivyo tunataka kuhimiza serikali yetu kupitia kwa waziri wa education na PS wake waongeze fedha katika mgao wa elimu. Ndio hii capitation ikuwe 100% transition, ikuwe 100% kusaidia watoto. Si namna hiyo.
Parents of the beneficiaries have welcomed the intervention, expressing optimism that the support will improve learners' welfare, boost classroom concentration, and ultimately raise education standards in the region. Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Tracy Chebet.
And now away from matters concerning education, calls are growing for the government to bring critical forensic services closer to wananchi, with stakeholders in Western Kenya pushing for the decentralization of government chemist services. The demands emerged during public participation forums on the proposed National Forensic Science Bill 2026, a law aimed at strengthening scientific investigations and improving access to justice. Our very own Asasha Elizabeth with the full details.
Stakeholders from Western Kenya have called for the decentralization of government chemist services to improve access to forensic and laboratory services across the region.
They are talking about the decentralization of government chemist services in line with the constitutional provision that services are about to be close to the citizens.
The proposals were presented during a public participation forum on the proposed National Forensic Science Bill 2026 held in Kakamega town.
How can we go about to ensure that the results that are given are authentic? And sometimes you also get a mix-up. You find someone is receiving another person's results.
Speaking during the forum, Deputy Government Chemist Stephen Matinde said the government will review views submitted by residents, including calls to create greater public participation and awareness about the department and its services.
They've also spoken out very clearly that government chemist is not known to the local citizens, so we need to do a lot of sensitization. They've also talked of issues of building capacity, the development.
And capacity building is very key and very important. Those of us who are here may be able to understand a bit about DNA and probably about paternity. Some of us may, not me, but some of us may be hearing about Sexual Offences Act in relation to DNA for the first time. Yet we are able to be here. What about the general public?
The proposed bill, developed by the State Department, seeks to regulate forensic services, laboratory operations, and the implementation of the Chemical Weapons Convention in Kenya.
To do a public participation on the National Forensic Science Bill 2026, which has been developed by the State Department, and the bill aims to regulate the provision of forensic services, laboratory services in the country, and also to meet Kenya's obligation under the Chemical Weapons Convention.
Participants also urged the government to allocate more resources towards strengthening forensic infrastructure and improving service delivery.
The board should consist of, I'd like to propose that we add professional bodies, especially one member of the Kenya Chemical Society, because this is directly in line with what they do.
But the issues of compliance and enforcement is yet to be very clear, because what I'm seeing there is about inspection, national, international inspection, but then now at the lower level, who is going to be in charge in terms of the multi-agency coordination, because some of these issues are at a very lower level.
They noted that decentralizing government chemist services would help strengthen scientific investigations, improve access to justice, safeguard evidence integrity, and ensure the safe handling of chemicals.
Section 12(3) and 17(3), where we have penalties, where we are saying if somebody is convicted, there will be a fine not exceeding and imprisonment not exceeding, and then we say or both.
Upon enactment, the current government chemist department will transit to the National Forensic Science Laboratory. Also, the bill establishes the office of the government chemist, which shall be an office within the public service.
Residents from Kakamega, Vihiga, Bungoma and Busia counties also submitted proposals aimed at enhancing fairness and credibility in forensic examination processes. Asasha Elizabeth reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV.
And now we shift on the agriculture sector here in the country, where farmers in Ikolomani constituency, Kakamega County, are increasingly turning to coffee farming as an alternative source of income, moving away from long-standing reliance on sugarcane and gold mining. The initiative, supported by training and distribution of seedlings by the Kenya Planters Cooperative Union, is aimed at improving livelihoods and boosting agricultural production in the region. Take a look.
Ikolomani tumeweza kuwa na wakulima zaidi ya 2,000 ambao wamejiregister pamoja na kuchukua kahawa ya kupanda. So far kupitia kwa initiative yake na cooperative wetu minister Mr. Paranya, tumeweza kupokea zaidi ya 58,000 ya miche ya kahawa.
Sisi kama wakaaji wa Ikolomani tutaipanda kwa wingi, kwa sababu tumejua faida ambayo itatoka kwa hii kahawa itatuwezesha kusomesha watoto wetu na kulinda familia zetu, ili tuanze kuerevuka sana na hii mambo ya kahawa. Kwa hivyo ningependa tu wale ambao hawajajiandikisha kwa kahawa wakuja wajiandikishe na wachukue kahawa kwa wingi, kwa sababu iko na faida nyingi sana huko mbeleni.
Na najua hii kahawa itawasaidia kwa upana sana, na ningependa waweze kuendelea kutengeneza mashamba ili tuzidi kuwaletea kahawa. Wakulima wetu wa Ikolomani wanapenda kuchimba dhahabu, na ningependa kuambia pia kahawa ina umuhimu sana, na pia watenge mashamba zao ili waweze kupanda kahawa. Itawasaidia kuweka pesa mfukoni, kwa sababu kama sisi wakulima wa kahawa tunasema kahawa ni dola.
The National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, has been urged to take firm action against politicians engaging in abusive and inflammatory rhetoric in order to safeguard peace as political activities intensify ahead of the 2027 general elections. Deborah Bahati brings us the full report.
Speaking after a meeting with elders from Togarin constituency, Member of Parliament John Chikati said that many politicians have begun issuing inflammatory remarks that could fuel division among Kenyans.
Mimi nataka kuuliza the National Integration Commission to start doing its work. Musikubali mtu yoyote agawanye Kenya kwa sababu ya siasa. Please, the National Integration Commission na vitenga yoyote ya polisi na usimamizi wa serikali iingilie, ijue wanasiasa ambao wameanza uchochezi, na wengi tunawajua, and we've not seen any action being taken against them. Please do your work. Hivyo tukae pamoja kama wa Kenya. My brother from Trans Nzoia Natembea, you are now a governor. You are in a position where you can even assume senior leadership of this country. Preach cohesiveness, preach peace. Don't call people names. Don't shout at your other competitors. Look at competition as something that can take you to leadership, but competition is not enmity.
Watoto wetu, mtu ambaye ni umri wa baba yako na mama yako ni mzazi wako. Usikubali kupotoshwa kwa ajili ya mambo madogo madogo ambayo unaambiwa na wale ambao unawapenda. Ushauri wangu kwa viongozi wetu ni huu. Ukiwa kiongozi, tafadhali ninawaomba wacha kupotosha na kuharibu watoto wetu ambao watakuwa hata viongozi wa kesho.
Nataka niulize watoto wetu kutoka Tongaren, hata kutoka Bungoma mzima, tafadhali muwe na heshima.
The elders, led by Maurice Kimwela, urged President William Ruto and other leaders to refrain from engaging in exchange of insults and instead focus on fulfilling the responsibilities entrusted to them by the public.
Nataka nishauri viongozi wetu wote walio juu mamlakani, wakati mwenzako anayetamani kiti chako anaongea mambo yasiyofaa, wewe nawe ongea mambo ya maendeleo, na mwananchi mwenyewe ataangalia katikati yenu wawili na ataweza kuona mwelekeo wa kufuata.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Deborah Bahati.
And that report right there from Deborah brings us to the end of today's Catholic Focus News. I am Susan Bulemi, and our sign language interpreter has been Eric Maluki. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and remember to always keep it Capuchin TV.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic